You read the title, so this video is gonna be a little different from my other content. For just one day, I ventured out of my little dungeon purely out of boredom that not even video games can suppress. Now, where was I going? Downtown Los Angeles. I already live in the area, so I didn't have to travel far. I took the express lanes hoping to get there much faster for a nominal fee, only to end up in stop-and-go traffic. In fact, I was stuck in the freeway for 20 more minutes before finally getting on the streets. So the $2 toll I paid for was for nothing. But you know, LA standard. And you know what else is an LA standard?
せーの、ゾンビがやってきた。ゾンビがやってきた。ゾンビがやってきた。ゾンビは出ていた。
Not really San Francisco levels of bad, but goddammit is it a depressing sight. Which is one of the reasons why I rarely visit downtown LA. That, and the atrocious traffic, and the absurd cost of living. Like I mentioned, driving in the middle of the city is a nightmare, and I didn't plan ahead of time where I wanted to go, so I parked here at Union Station and made use of public transport for the second time in my life.
Nice camera, bro. Thanks, bro.
That was the only human being I interacted with that day. Everyone else was just some random NPC in GTA 5. After glancing at the Metro map, I decided to go to the Hollywood Walk of Fame because I couldn't think of where else to go. And with the help of Google Maps, found that the Hollywood Vine station is closest to it. The train arrived and I got in, the inside smelling like ass, heading towards my destination. Except that wasn't the case because I fucked up and took the wrong Metro line. So I had to backtrack and get to the train that actually went to my destination. After that minor setback, I finally arrived at the Hollywood Vine station. Very interesting art. I went up the escalator and wondered what the fuck was going on in front of me. Turns out there was this big ass parade. I had no idea what it was about. I didn't even know that there was gonna be a parade that day on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. All I knew was that I was oddly interested and watched for a little bit. I noticed very quickly that there was no such thing as modesty here. Super flamboyant costumes, ass and titties galore, wearing the least amount of clothing possible without getting charged for public indecency. Even this police officer was interested. Anyway, I wasn't there to watch a parade, I was looking for Donald Trump's star on the Walk of Fame. Why? Well, according to my research, his star was physically destroyed, then restored, at least 3 times since he won the presidential election in 2016. It has been vandalized on numerous occasions, and very recently, someone put a toilet and bathtub filled with document boxes next to his star. So naturally, I wanted to see the current state of the Trump star for myself, to see whether it was intact or if someone pissed on it or something. So the search began. And it took a while because there were a million other names, 99% of which I didn't recognize, but there were some exceptions. Bryan Cranston, Steve Carell, Keanu Reeves, Shrek, just to name a few. I didn't even know Disneyland had its own dedicated star. After half an hour, I finally found the Donald Trump star, and it was surprisingly intact. I kind of expected it to be destroyed by a pipe bomb, to be honest, and for the most part, people left it alone. So his star was okay. For now at least. Apart from the parade, there were some other things in the Walk of Fame that caught my eye, like this ad for an AI dating app. Why is this a thing? And this lovely person asking for money. And these dolls of Disney princesses that have been or will be put into live-action remakes that are nowhere near as good as the original because Disney is creatively bankrupt these days. And finally, you get the obligatory rainbow pride flag. Surprisingly enough, this was the only pride flag I saw during the entire time time I was in LA. I wonder if they're gonna keep it up there when July 1st drops. Fast forward a couple of hours, I was now in Glendale, where I drove by the high school I graduated from, then stopped by at McDonald's where I had a healthy meal of 10 McNuggets and large fries. Then it was back on the freeway. There was still some daylight left, so I decided to go to one more place, Griffith Observatory. I planned on paying for the $10 per hour parking next to the observatory, so I didn't have to hike. Yeah, that didn't happen. Turns out the parking lot up there was completely full, so I parked near the bottom of the fucking hill and was forced to hike anyway. The trail to the top was about a mile long. How do I know that? I don't. But I can officially say that I have officially touched grass. Truly a monumental milestone for a hardcore gamer like me. The further I went, the steeper the trailer got. I got so tired I had to sit down under this tree for a few minutes while I was gasping for air. Wait, why was I doing this again? Oh yeah, bored of video games. And I'm waiting for every Minecraft mod I use to be compatible with the new update because I refuse to play the game without them. Anyway, one eternity later, out of breath and sweating harder than the average Modern Warfare 2 player, I finally made it to the observatory. I noticed that the observatory was open, but first I took a detour and got an amazing view of the city. After admiring the view, I went to see what was inside the observatory. Just past the entrance, there was this giant suspended ball thing in a pit. There was a lady explaining its purpose, but I couldn't hear her through all the noise of the NPCs. And there was also artwork on the ceiling, and a whole bunch of astronomy-related stuff. It was basically a museum, except it was somewhat interesting. Oh, check out this Tesla coil, though. I wandered around the observatory a little more, going on the rooftop, admiring the view one more time, then began the long hike back down the hill. There was a telescope viewing and planetarium show that I missed out on, but the sun was setting and I wanted to get to my car before dark. And that sums up my day of touching grass. Now, how would I rate the city of Los Angeles? 3 out of 10. Go to Death Valley instead if you want to tour California. Anyway, that's all the time I have. I've got a flight that leaves 12 hours after this video goes live, so enjoy some GTA 6 leaked gameplay, and I will see you in the next video in 3 weeks, or 3 months, or 3 years? I don't fucking know.
せーの、ゾンビがやってきた。ゾンビがやってきた。ゾンビがやってきた。